Thanks for making the time to take the What's Your Number One Weight Loss Blocker quiz. Your quiz results report is being created as we speak and should be hitting your email inbox in about 30 minutes from now. In the meantime, let's talk about your results. Hi, I'm Dr. Mandy Digglesmith, weight loss expert for over 20 years and creator of this assessment. Based on the information you've shared and the little I know about you and your situation, your number one weight loss blocker is what's known as food reward sensitivity. And what that means is that when it comes to food and eating, you experience a higher sense of pleasure and enjoyment than the average person. Food reward sensitivity is how much someone is affected, drawn in, or overtaken by the pull of food, especially highly palatable refined foods. People respond very differently to food depending on their level of sensitivity. On the one hand, there are people who feel completely in control of their eating. As they eat, they naturally get full, which results in a desire to stop eating and push their plate away. They may even forget to eat and only remember when their stomach growls or they're reminded by someone else. It's a very different experience for those whose food reward sensitivity is high. Being on the high end, there's a good chance that food and eating occupies a big part of your life, maybe more than feels right or sane. You think about food a lot, when and what you're going to eat, and may even feel out of control when it comes to food. Studies have shown that people with a higher food reward sensitivity have a higher intake of sugar and other less healthful foods, which can be hard to resist and are often consumed despite their best intentions or motivation to not eat them. People high in food reward sensitivity are more susceptible to eating for entertainment, emotional eating, and binge eating. It's just harder to say no or to stop eating when they've had enough. The big mistake people in this situation make is that they fall into thinking that they just need to muster their willpower and resist temptation. They need to get it together and be stronger. But then when temptation strikes, they may say things to themselves like, I'll just eat this one thing now and start my diet tomorrow. They may rationalize their choices by telling themselves, I worked hard, I deserve it. Or I had a hard day, or I don't get that many chances to have these brownies, so I'll just have them this once. And we've all been there, so we know what happens next. We can easily fall into what's known as the what the hell effect. And yes, this is an actual psychological phenomenon, by the way. We fall off the wagon or mess up, and the next thing we know, we're saying, well, I already messed up my diet, so what the hell? I may as well fill in the blank here. Eat that bag of chips, finish the cake in the fridge, and one bite becomes a serving, which becomes a meal, a day, a week, and so on. And this can happen over and over, becoming an endless cycle that keeps us stuck. But maybe the bigger issue here is that after enough times, this process can start to chip away at our confidence, our belief that we can actually do this. Each new attempt brings with it a renewed hope that this will be the time we actually succeed. But deep down, after having fallen off the wagon so many times, we've planted seeds of doubt. This is called learned helplessness. Slowly we learn that maybe we don't have it in us. Maybe we're simply not cut out to lose the weight. Maybe we should just accept that this is the way things are. And meanwhile, we continue to feel out of control with food, lack energy to get through the day, or watch our health decline. We feel pulled to desperately want to make a change, but overwhelmed and unsure of how to go about it. Thankfully, it doesn't have to be like this. First, it's important to understand that wherever you are right now and however you got here, it's not your fault. Our modern food environment has landmines at every turn. We're taught the wrong things about how our bodies work and how weight loss works from a young age. And then those skewed messages are repeated over and over, even by so-called experts and people we trust. Meanwhile, the biggest reasons we gain the weight to begin with get ignored. So we start to feel like a hamster on a wheel, trying and trying, but never getting anywhere. And in fact, we're slipping further and further into a hole we feel lost as to how to get out of because we never really address the primary problem. The good news is that when you get to the root of the problem and understand how the body actually works, how the brain works, and how hormones factor in, you can bypass the pitfalls most women make when they try to lose weight. There are 4 keys to permanent weight loss, and they work kind of like a combination lock. When you get the right pieces in place, things start to click and get a whole lot easier. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know those 4 keys to permanent weight loss? And more importantly, how do you get the pieces of the lock to click into place so you can make weight loss easier and something you can stick with? Well, this is what I do all day, every day. I help women, especially those over age 40, to bust through the weight loss blocks that have been keeping them stuck. I've been helping women lose weight for the last 20 years, and I've seen it all. I've worked with women who had tried everything and wondered if anything was ever going to work for them. Seeing my clients' triumphs and challenges led me to create a step-by-step training on this very topic. And because you've made the time to take this assessment and tell me a little about you and your situation, I want to offer you a 24-hour access pass to watch this training now for free. In my The Surprising Truth About Weight Loss free online training, I cover all 4 of those permanent keys to weight loss and the exact process to rewire your brain and get your hormones to work in your favor. You'll discover the 3 weight loss mistakes you can turn around today that will immediately start to reset your metabolism, making weight loss easier and something you can maintain like forever. Now, the only catch is this. In order to claim your free 24-hour access pass, you must go ahead and do this right now while you're on this page and before that countdown timer on the top of the screen goes to 0. So go ahead and do this right now while you're on this page and you're thinking about it. Simply click the button below to claim your free 24-hour access pass and get instant access to the training. I'll see you there.